Hi buddy, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be doing a coaching session for a Leona game. So special thanks to Bensei for the generous donation. I appreciate it. AKA investor here. Now this is patch 8.20, so we are about 1 week into 8.21 at the moment. But my computer, my internet was down for about a week here. We moved into the new house. We have it all set up. You'll probably notice the background's a little different. Pretty bare bones. We don't have anything going on. But my wife and I are going to install some shelves behind me with all my books and try to make it look cool, you know, sort of, as a background thing. Also, the acoustics might be a little weird. More weird than you're used to. The room's a bit smaller and there's not a lot in here yet, so it might be kind of echoey. But we're going to fill it out with stuff, and it's going to have, you know, eventually, hopefully, some better sound quality, so just putting that out there. This is the first video that I've done since we did this move. Now, I sound checked everything, and I think it sounded relatively good, so we're going to stick with it. I assume you're going kind of the standard Aftershock build, Relic Shield. Okay. So you don't have Stopwatch. Not sure what you're taking as your secondary. I guess we'll see when you get into it. But it looks pretty good so far. As far as this matchup goes, y'all should be able to punish them early. You can probably all in the Kaisa at level 2. Yeah, if you can get him right here with the Rengar. Nice. Okay, good. Yeah, there you go. Great. I probably would have done an E there just to make sure you could close that gap. But, you know, flash Q's fine. Or you didn't even have to flash. Somebody flashed. Rengar did. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess if they'll just let you walk up to him with the Q, I guess that's fine also. Yeah, good job. Nice zoning. Don't take too much damage, but yeah, zoning her out a little bit is good. The thing is, like, she knows you don't have E because she saw you use the Q. She's paying attention, so she's not going to be that scared if you walk up to her. But yeah, I probably would have tried to make a play at level 2. Okay, there you go. There's another one. So, like, that's a really nice place where you can get people who aren't paying attention, is to, like, position forward in the lane. And then, as soon as you pop 2, you're ready to go. Just have that upgrade ability hotkey, and then just grab it and go immediately as soon as you hit 2. Especially if you can do it like out of a bush or something where they don't see it. I don't remember which Ela range this is in, but I mean, even in like Gold and Platinum, that works sometimes where... now, yeah, you know that mark is there, so it's highly likely she's going to be on the bottom side of the map to come get that. So yeah, you definitely want to be cautious, especially because your Rengar's on the top side of the map. Now that is a tough temptation with Leona is, you know, you always want to be aggressive, but like if she shows up from like around this tri-bush or something right now, y'all are going to be in big trouble. Fiddle's acting, he's acting like she's here, or else he's just crazy, I don't know. Like, that's one thing, is it's so easy to get baited when you're Leona. Because you don't have a reverse gear. Switch to her, yeah. I think you needed to, like, you need to try to get onto the Kaisa rather than the Fiddle. I mean, Fiddle does do quite a bit of damage early on, but... Okay, well... I guess you traded. But yeah, I really wouldn't get that aggressive in the first place. Like, yeah, they won the 2v2, which I think if you had focused the Kaisa maybe a little bit more, then maybe you could have won. But either way, I think it's too dangerous to take that fight. Because, like, you know Kaisa was on this side because she wanted to go get that mark. You don't have a ward up. And I guess if Kaisa just came around this tri-bush, or even just ran down the river, frankly, it's probably just going to be a disaster. I think it's just too risky to take that without a ward, which sucks. You know, as Leona, you know, you want to be aggressive, but if your jungler's not down here and you know like 100% their jungler's on this side of the map, you gotta be a bit more cautious. Okay, what's this looking like here? I'd go ahead and back. Oh, you did back. Never mind, never mind. You died. I thought for some reason you lived, but you did actually die. And this is BF sword to long sword, so she's gonna be stronger than you for now. Fiddle. Okay. Oh, it's close. Okay, Kindred's coming down here. Kindred's gonna be down here in like probably 3 seconds, so I mean Kaisa is low. You guys are full health, so it's, you know, she may not come at you, but she's level 4. I don't know. Y'all can maybe beat her now. Okay, Diana's still there. Rengar's creeping in. Okay. Yeah, Rengar's here. You can fight this. Go on Kindred. Go on Kindred. Kindred. There you go. Nice. Good. Yeah, I mean, if Kaisa had more health, like, that'd be a bad idea to be pushed up that far, but, like, Lucian Leona is really strong early on, and she was at, like, 20% health. The Kaisa was, so she can't do anything. Now, Diana's missing. Diana using... Oh, she's dead. Okay. She's in her fountain. Okay, nice dive. That was okay because Kindred just died a little bit ago. Like, usually you don't want to dive that hard, but because you know Diana was dead and Kindred was, had just spawned, that's probably okay. Yeah, you need to go ahead and get out of there. Now, you need to try to get a ward on this dragon, too. Kindred can do it fairly early. Now, she is really far behind. But she does have a couple of kills, too. So she's, like, behind in experience, but I guess she's not even that far back. Because Rengar only has, like, is only level 5 also. What's going on with these junglers? I don't know. I feel like they should be 6 by now. What is that noise? Is that you? I keep hearing, like, some... Oh, that's Rory. Okay, I have the baby monitor here. And she's, like, coughing because she's got a cold. I thought that was, like, the cat about to throw up or something on the floor. She's, like, sitting there looking fine. I'm like, what's going on? I was trying to creep up to the bedroom to get the phone charger and all the lights are out in the hallway, and I accidentally stepped on this, like, piece of, like, bubble wrap popping, or, like, bubble wrap packing. I mean to say, and it's, like, one of those big, thick pieces, and it just blew up like a freaking gunshot right outside her doorway when she was asleep. And she didn't make any noise, but she's been kind of stirring since then. So that was a that was a fail. So she's been a trooper about it. I'm pretty sure that disturbed her. My wife's off doing practicing with the band. I'm recording, so I'm watching the baby, which really means the baby's asleep, and I'm making sure that nothing crazy happens. Okay, this Mark is over here again, so she's gonna come for it. Yeah, see if you can go get that from her. Make sure Rengar... Okay, Rengar's coming. I think she's right there. You can't see that, I don't think. That's a replay bug, but... She'll come over here soon. Yeah, it's a good idea. Wait for her here, because she's going to try to get that mark, probably. Okay, now you know she's here. Yeah, Lucian's probably caught. Okay, yeah. Grab on her. Oh, you're not 6 yet. Y'all got it though. It was a little dicey because you weren't 6 yet, but I think you had like good vision and sort of the element of surprise on him. So that did work out. Yeah, a little iffy though that you were behind on experience.
I will chase it until it's dead.
Okay, he's going a really weird build, I think. Bloodthirster, but he's pretty strong right now. Okay, she ran away. Alright, let's speed this up here.
How fast can you run?
What, does he just need a little bit more to complete the Bloodthirst or something? This is bad unless he needs that amount of gold just for the items. Because you are losing, like, lane stuff. Bilgewater, what is he building? Oh, that's a bad build. He's still ahead of her, though. Once she's going to complete her Storm Razor, though, first, because he has such a bizarre build. I guess he's probably going to go Essence Reaver after.
Shall we, dear wolf?
This is before they buffed it.
Our mark looms over you.
Before the 821 buffed Essence Reaver. But. Okay, good. You got an R. Nice. E. Okay, great. Good job. Yeah, I like how you held it until after she already used her mobility. That's good. Be careful. Okay, Kindred. You see Kindred and Diana, but how's this going? Not well. When she drops her ult, yeah, it's gonna be. This is getting clowny. Oh man. Let me look at this again. See what y'all could have done. Okay, yeah, you did get priority. Okay, so it's pushing up a little bit. Rotating over. Alright, obviously hitting the E be nice, but I like the thought behind it. Yeah, Lucian just as Lucian's mistake. Yeah, I mean, I think you played that well. Obviously, hitting the E's good, but I mean, I think all your decisions were correct. Okay. Where are you working? Respect. I mean, Eye of the Aspect is nice, but I'd probably rather just stop at the tier 2 ward item to begin with, and then just go for Zeke's, just to give that Lucian more damage. Because he is up like 30 CS, so he's doing okay. His itemization is pretty bad, but and I don't think I'd go Mobies. I think I'd go for a defensive boot. I'd probably go for like probably go for Ninja Tabby. That'll help you against Kindred and Kaisa, especially because Kaisa's going AD to start with at least. Okay, nice. Another thing is Leona's W scales with your resistances, so the more resistances you have, the more benefit you get out of W. So it's like you get an extra 20%, you know, benefit off of getting armor or magic resist. And she has such a long-range engage with her ult that you really don't need to get like that close to start fighting people. So I don't think the mobility boots are really necessary. And you want to stay in combat too, you know, while you're fighting. That was a good fight. Just stick around, you know, get your Q autos for the stun and things like that. So usually mobility boosts are for people that need to get really close to engage, like Alistar, and people who want to just run at somebody.
Their path is destined.
They start the fight, and then that's pretty much it. Okay. Nice. Yeah, stun her when she gets out. Good. Yeah, great. Good priorities. I think maybe if you stun locked Kindred there, she wouldn't have been able to ult. But for her, yeah, I guess it's almost off cooldown again. But overall, that's pretty good. Yeah, you need to be dropping. You have wards, right? Yeah, you need to be dropping more wards. I haven't seen you ward that much. So overall, you've been playing it pretty well, but I probably would have dropped a ward here and hit that dust. Because Scion could have, like, been over here. And then, yeah, you did ward over the pit. That's good. Yeah, you need to put these wards to work, especially if you're going to invest in the 4-ward item early on. You really have to make good use of that, right? You're spending a lot of gold to get that 4th ward. So yeah, I would ward right here. Probably right here. And maybe over here. But yeah, you definitely need wards down. For sure. If you want to know, like, check out some of my vision videos if you want to know, like, optimal spots to put wards in different sort of situations.
From you.
Yeah, in general, when it's just kind of neutral, when, like, most of the first towers are still up, and just putting a ward here is good. Because then if they have a pink ward here or a pink ward here, if you put this in the right place, like right there, then the pink won't see it in either one of those. And you can see if they're clearing a camp. That's the most important thing, is not only getting vision in the jungle, but seeing their camps, their camp spawn times, and if they're doing that camp. That gives your jungler intel to know where they should go. You see, the thing that was probably bad to go in on that, because you know you have 2 people top, Lucian on the bottom. Yeah, so you see 2 people here. There's only 1 person on the map though, so the other, you have like 3 MIA people. There's a high probability at least 1 more person's going to be near the middle, right? So, yeah. Super high probability, like, 1 other person was going to be there, either Kaisa or Kindred, or, you know, it could be anybody. And it would have been a 3v2. So, I wouldn't have done that. Zed is pretty fed, but... The problem with Leona is if you get in a bad situation like that, if you get outnumbered and it starts going south, you're going to die. You know, like, you don't have escapes. Like, sometimes, she's fine. She's just annoyed that I probably woke her up with that thing a little bit ago. Or her nose is running or something, so we'll go wipe it here in a little bit. She'll survive for 10 minutes. But anyways, yeah, you can't be getting involved in those kind of skirmishes without having proper vision so you know where they are. On champs like Leona, it's even more important to have proper vision than on some of the more mobile champs, just because if you take a bad fight, you know, you're gonna die. There's no getting out of it. So you really gotta know what's going on before you can... Be careful, there could be a lot of people out here. There's 3. you. Don't chase that. Don't you? Oh, this could get nasty. You guys are probably gonna get in, but Fiddle's gonna ult you behind this probably. And then Kaisa. Okay, well he just goofed that up royally. He like, I don't even know. He ulted like on a completely different screen from where y'all were, so I don't know. And the Zed did a good job of cutting off the Kaisa, so that could have been bad, but Zed kind of saved the day there, I think. That's rough. Said, buddy, you gotta watch the items. You can't be ulting people at hourglass. I don't know. I don't know about this. Fiddle's coming. I don't like it. Yeah, I would back up off of that. You guys just go get Infernal. I don't know why everybody's up here. Like, she's gonna get a free Infernal by herself, probably. Yeah, there's really no reason that, like, they're not gonna take Baron right now. I don't know. I think you sacrificed it. Yeah, you sacrificed an Infernal just to go roam up there. You can't be doing that. If somebody pinged Infernal too a while ago. So what you need to do is just ward this area and just like secure it. You know, make sure that people don't get in that zone. Because Infernal is very, very valuable, especially on things like Rengar and Zed that benefit so heavily from AD. They have really nice ratios, and they're getting a lot of penetration. So that would have been quite nice on them. Okay. Nice. Don't have hourglass? No, okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't rush Pocket. You're getting, you know, they do have some burst damage with Diana, but they really don't have that. I mean, yeah, with Fiddle, but I think that Knight's Vow or Zeke's is just going to serve you much better. One thing about Pocket is it doesn't have any CDR on it, and like the tank stats are really weak. Like they're okay, but for someone like Leona, you know, you benefit so heavily from having heavier tank stats that, you know, you really want that. Also, like, you know, you have really powerful cooldowns. Like, cooldown reduction is really, really good on Leona. Like, you have a great engage, you have several stuns that are all on fairly long cooldowns. I guess your Q's not that long, but CDR is very good on her. And because you have a low cooldown ult, you know, it's 90 seconds base, I'm pretty sure, at level 1. Like, Zeke's, it just makes Zeke's even better on her. She has one of the lowest cooldown, like, hard engage ultimates of any support. And so, having that Zeke's would be so nice on Lucian, too. That was tough to watch. Okay, yeah, y'all gotta rotate over here. Victor's just kind of goofing around bottom. No, don't do it, Rengar. Don't do it, Rengar. Oh, God. Okay, well, Lucian's here, but not anymore. Okay, y'all got it, but... Okay.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Okay, now you have the Zeeks. I'd still rather have a Knight's Vow. The Zeeks. It just gives you so much extra armor. And that extra, like, damage, mitigation, and healing is so good. It's like, this fiddle's not really doing any damage, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's really far behind. He's 0-5. He's going for, like, a really low damage build. Yeah, Diana does some damage, you know, but I still don't think that's enough to lock it. Okay, that did work out. Sandy, chill. No, don't worry about him. Just get the tower. Yeah, just back up. Let's get that tier 2 back up. Yeah, you're too low to do anything. I agree with that. But yeah, y'all need to direct them. Yeah, ping that. Get it, get it, get it, get it. They see this. I mean, they have vision of it. But I still think y'all can get it. Lucian should not have used his jump like that. He should be standing right here with his dash. But okay, no, don't. Not that way, not that way. Victor is really strong, but you need that many slows? I don't know this new top Victor's build. I haven't played in the last week, so I know it's been popular in Worlds, but I didn't think you went double slow. Maybe you do. I don't know. I know they buffed Victor a couple of patches ago, but I don't know. I'd have to do some research to figure out what's up with that. I know kind of the Kleptomancy, or the new tech. This is probably that a lot of other stuff got nerfed, like Aerie. Nice, good catch. Oh, that's gross. Get in there, Victor. Come on, buddy. Nice, good peeling. Yes, keep peeling off of him. Victor doesn't want to do that, I don't think. Oh, okay. I don't know. Victor's body language here is he doesn't want to do this. So yeah, I would just wave clear and not recommit to that. I do think that you could have probably killed him if Victor manned up there, but you know, he was really looking like he didn't want to do that. So sometimes you just got to work with what your allies are willing to give you. Okay, I assume you're probably going Knight's Vow next. Now, Locket does get better over time, and it gets better as you get more health. So I would like getting Locket, probably third item. I would just want to make sure that, you know, I have definitely Knight's Vow first, and probably Zeke's also. And then once you're a higher level, once you have more health, what's going on over here? I mean, you were kind of zoning Diana out of there for a little bit. Sort of, but the thing is, like, a lot of Leona's strengths and her damage comes from, like, being in the middle of a bunch of people and getting those sunlight procs on a lot of people, you know? So let's slow this down a little bit. First of all, why were you over here? Did you just get caught warding or something? You always want to put the pink ward right here so it sees the entire pit and can see, like, this way as well if you're on blue side. So the problem is right now, I'm not sure about this radius, but it's pretty close. Like, if they have a ward right, like, here, this might not see it. And so you can't know for certain that this is done. And you didn't have to necessarily put it over a wall, like you weren't under any pressure here, so you could very easily just put the pink ward here, and it would definitely see the entire pit and a little bit outside of the pit. So when you put it on like one of these corners like this, then if it's entirely across the rest of the diameter, you may not see it. Not 100% about that, but certainly throughout some parts of League's history. No, you can't go on that because you don't have victory. Yeah, you can't engage on that because you don't have victory there. Now he's coming, but he's going to be late. Yeah, you definitely should have like ulted in here and gone for the numbers, and then you should have eat into here. Like, I know locking out the Leona is good, but the problem is like nobody is triggering these sunlight procs. That's a lot of wasted damage there. Like if you E, or if you Ard, let me go back here, if you Ard and hit 3 people, and then you hit them all with your W, and you hit a bunch of them with your E, you know, that's a lot of extra damage. That's hundreds and hundreds of extra damage. Like right here, I would have ulted the Fiddle probably. Or the Kindred, and then I would have E'd onto this Kindred. I mean, there's a chance if you perfect chain stun the Kindred that you can actually kill her before she ults. So if you E onto her, Q and then R her while she's stunned, she may not even get her ult off before they blow her up. It's like, yeah, nobody's following up over here. So it's like, yeah, you are kind of zoning Diana out of here, but you're not CCing any of these people, and your potential damage is going to waste. You're still just chasing too far here.
Shut down.
Now everybody's like all out of cooldowns. Yeah, so that was pretty rough. So yeah, definitely don't engage on the fiddle stick. Like you have to, especially as something like a Leona that doesn't have escapes, you really have to look at that mini map like a hawk. And if you don't know you're gonna have even or superior numbers, then you just can't fight. So like you know Victor's down here, right? So you know 4 people max in this area, but you don't know where they are. Like they could all be right here. We have no idea when you go on that Victor, because there wasn't vision here. We do know there's a bunch of people likely to be in this area because Baron's up and there was nothing else left on the map, right? So you don't see anyone actively split pushing another lane. So you just have to assume they're all going to be here. Turns out Kaisa wasn't quite there yet, but it was still really dangerous. Okay, let me reset this one and see how did. Okay, Kaisa's top side, so this is a great time to fight. Let's see if we knew that or not. Okay, there's Scion, who looks like he's alone. We still don't know where everyone else is. You could start rotating down here, because that's probably where they're all going to be. Kaisa, okay, Kaisa's top, so yeah, definitely go in and fight. This is a good time, if you notice that, to fight. She's where they're really huge important people should have teleport, so yeah, this is a perfect time to fight. You guys should definitely pick this up. There's not even a tier 1 or a tier 2 for her to get up here, so you're probably not even going to lose anything for this. you need to go defend this first. Go push her out of this, and then and then y'all can push. Probably get this tier 2 would be ideal. These guys are going to go for the middle tower. I think Kai'Sa's going to back and defend that. Lucian might be able to get this one, maybe, but I don't think he's going to have enough wave clear. Now they're just going to randomly walk around in the jungle. Okay. If they would have just followed the Lucian, then they could have had this tower. But she's probably going to get to rotate over here for free and defend this too. She might even come down here and kill the Lucian now. Yeah, they're coming up soon. Yeah, y'all don't have a wave. It's time to go. Time to go. Time to go. You got baited by this other person being foolish. Which dragon is that? I can't tell. Is that... It's not Elder, is it? It's another Infernal, though. That's really bad. Yeah, I mean, y'all did get the tier 2, but yeah, you can't... You gotta press tab and look at those timers and just see, hey, they're about to spawn, we gotta get out of here, you know? Diving towers is typically a pretty bad deal.
Red team has
looking bad, dude. You got hourglass, people. Alright, let me see. How did this go down over here? We're sending 3 people up here for Kindred. I would have probably held the ult there. Like, you really, it's gonna be tough to hit Kai'Sa with it, but you need to try to hit Kai'Sa with that ult.
Ram, tell me a story.
Hey, Kai'Sa's over here if you can find a fight.
Very lonely.
Why was it lonely?
All things must meet this man, so they shunned him.
Did he chase them all?
He took an axe, split himself in two.
I'm only hearing like Kai'Sa's roar. Yeah, okay, I mean, Kai'Sa's dead. Save your CC for when Kai'Sa's thing's about to expire. Like, you stunned her while that's going on, but that doesn't really do a lot. So you want to wait until it has like some sound and animations when it's about to expire. So you want to wait until right when it's going to expire, and then you use your stun. Okay. Alright, good. Okay, so the main things to keep in mind here are, you know, always watch the minimap and just respect darkness. So if you don't see people on the map and, like, there's not a good reason they should be somewhere else, then just assume they're in that area. So, like, if Baron's up, you know, and you don't have vision in their jungle, just assume they're all around the Baron. Especially if there's no dragon, if all the tier 1s are down, you don't see anyone actively split pushing in a side lane, just assume they're all in that area, right? And I think that's the best way to proceed. Also, earlier on in the game, when you know the enemy jungler's on the bottom side of the map, one way or another, either you see them on a ward, you know they're pathing, or, like, for instance, if it's Kayn and you're on blue side, you know he's going to be He's going to start at the Raptors top side. He's going to get red, and then he's going to come down and be on the bottom side of the map around 3 minutes. So you got to, like, just know stuff like that. With Kindred, it's pretty easy. If the mark's down there, she's going to be there, you know. So you especially on someone like a Leona who doesn't have an escape, you really have to be very cautious, especially if your jungler is on the other side of the map. So you didn't get punished for that. She wasn't there the couple of times where I was saying that, or she didn't try to gank you the couple of times when she was on the bottom side of the map, but she very easily could have. So yeah, just being really careful, respecting the vision, putting up more vision. You did have some vision, but I think you definitely could have gotten a lot more and gotten deeper vision in their jungle. Like, we should have, you know, especially if you're going to invest in that forward item, we should have been able to see, you know, their blue buff and Gromp, and we should have been able to see their Raptors, maybe their red buff. You know, we should have been able to see a lot of their jungle for a lot of that game. Because y'all had pretty decent map control in the early to mid game. And you had plenty of opportunities to drop wards in there. So a good rule of thumb is just as you're walking somewhere, just make sure that you're just putting wards around objectives. You know, if you're walking the dragon, just put wards all in that area and make sure that you see it. Ideally like 30 seconds before it comes up. But yeah, that was a big thing. I mean, that was most of the bad fights were just like not respecting that people could be there. Like that one middle fight where you got caught with the Zed, obviously, or where you went on the fiddlesticks and the Kaisa got a quadra kill. That was pretty rough. But your fighting in general was really good, I think. There were a couple times where I think some different targets would have been helpful. So instead of zoning out the Diana, you know, going into the middle of the fight, making sure you get all those sunlight procs in there, I think that would have been helpful. And that one fight early on, you know, you probably could have focused out the Kaisa instead of the fiddlesticks. But I think that by and large, you had pretty good target selection. You had nice CC. You know, you were in the right place at the right time a lot of times. So, you know, I thought your rotations were good and your overall fighting was good. Itemization was okay. You know, like I said, I don't really like getting Locket first item because it doesn't have CDR on it. You're still going to be a low level. You're not going to have a ton of extra health to help it scale. And they just didn't have the type of team that had a ton of AoE, you know. Like Fiddlesticks has some, but he wasn't going Hourglass. He was going this really like dinky low AP build. He was like rushing Shirelias. So, you know, he's not going to be doing that much damage. An okay amount, but not a ton. Whereas, you know, like the Kaisa and the Kindred are going to be doing a lot of auto attack damage. And the Kaisa ended up going Stormrazor first, so she's going to be a lot of AD. So I think that makes something like Knight's Vow look a lot more attractive. And then, you know, you have a lot of people that like to auto attack too, right? You had the Lucian, is obviously a prime target for Zeke's, but even someone like a Zed or a Rengar can use Zeke's pretty well too, get a ton of extra damage on their attacks. And they have so much penetration that it'll do a lot of damage. So yeah, I would have favored either Zeke's or Knight's Vow there. I think I would have gotten both of those and then gotten Locket afterwards. Probably Zeke's early. It just gives such an extra damage power spike to your whoever you put it on. But Knight's Vow can kind of make sense too, especially Diana did get a little fed early on, so maybe the Knight's Vow could be helpful there. But overall, that's going to be it. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed this. So yeah, biggest things, just watch that mini-map, get more vision, you know, make sure that whenever you engage, it's going to be a smart engage. Don't get baited into questionable fights. And yeah, I think it should be great. So thank you very much. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time.